It is important to realize that even small levels of current through the human body can cause serious and dangerous side effects. Experimental results reveal that the human body begins to react to currents of only a few milliamperes. Although most individuals can withstand currents up to perhaps 10 milliamperes for very short periods of time without serious side effects, any current over 10 milliamperes should be considered dangerous. Currents of 50 milliamperes can cause severe shock, and currents of over 100 milliamperes can be fatal. In most cases, the skin resistance of the body when dry is sufficiently high to limit the current through the body to relatively safe levels for voltage levels typically found in the home. However, if the skin is wet due to perspiration, bathing, and so on, or if the skin barrier is broken due to an injury, the skin resistance drops dramatically, and current levels could rise to dangerous levels for the same voltage shock. In general, simple remember that water and electricity don't mix. Treat electricity with respect, not fear. A safe work environment is not always enough to avoid potential electrical hazards. Students must be very cautious and work safely. Safety rules and lab behaviors help students and others to minimize the risk of injury from workplace hazards and efficiently complete lab experiment. If you are working on electrical circuits or with electrical tools and equipment, you need to use following safety rules and lab behaviors. Remove all loose conductive jewelry, including rings and metal watch bands, which may come in contact with exposed circuits. If you have long hair, make sure you tie it. Always read ahead and be aware of the lab procedure. List all components needed for the lab and pack them. Wear only closed-toe shoes for lab. Do not wear long loose ties, scarves, or other loose clothing around machines, electrical circuits, and lab instruments. Food and drinks are not allowed in lab rooms. Circuits and lab instruments are not very friendly with liquids and food. Keep fluids and chemicals away from lab instruments and circuits. Be as neat as possible. Keep the work area and workbench clear of items not used in the lab experiment. Your personal belongings such as cell phone and keys must be kept in your backpack. Your backpack should be placed in a safe place where it would not interfere with the lab experiment. Your backpack is not a lab instrument, it should never be on top of an instrument. Your workstation should only have lab kit, lab manual, calculator, pencil, and eraser. Never unplug lab instruments' power cord. When handle equipments and circuits, always have clean and dry hands. Never touch another person's equipment or electrical circuits, unless instructed to do so. Do not leave any lab equipment on and unattended. When assembling or disassembling a circuit, first turn off all lab equipment, especially the power source, before making any changes to the circuit. After the experiment is done, turn off all lab equipment and place the equipment measurement lead in a safe manner. Unassembled all circuits and place components in an organized way to your components kit. Clean your workbench before leaving the lab room. Take all scratch papers or trash and place the seat back into the workbench. By following these simple rules, it will help you to complete the lab experiment in a safety environment for you and others. Remember, safety first. Enjoy your semester.